Welcome back to the Compressor Guru. Folks, we're going to get the compressor stuff here in a few minutes, but I want to explain what we're doing today, and I'm going to use it with what just happened. If you notice, my hair shrank. Well, it didn't actually shrink. Let me start off with...
Hey, you got your hair cut.
Oh, I got my hair cut. A number of years ago, my wife and I, the camera wife, we made a pledge to build a new church building, and it was substantial for us. Some of you, maybe it wouldn't be that much. Some of others of you, maybe it was more, but it was substantial for us. So we were trimming the fat off our budget. Budget, Val, that's what I give you every year for Christmas, and you don't like that, kid.
I'm really not familiar with that term.
Yeah. So anyway, we were looking at ways to cut money, and one of the things was store-bought haircuts for me. My hair is not that important to me. So Val, for 3 years...
It is colorful, though. Oh.
My hair's not that important to me. So for 3 years, Val did at-home haircuts. Friends, it caused friction.
It didn't cause any friction for me. I cut it the way I wanted it.
She didn't cut it the way I wanted it.
I don't like it now.
I don't care.
Huh.
So, that being said, you can tell there was friction.
No friction.
And I would want to have my hair cut like this. And for no other reasons, it's very easy to take care of. Not to mention it shows off the extraordinary shape of my head. So now I have the luxury of getting store-bought haircuts again. Our pledge was completed. We have a brand new church building. Actually, we've been there several years now.
We have been.
But now it's a luxury to go get a store-bought haircut. And I go see Chris's Cut and Curl in Osceola Mills, PA. And she is so nice. And she's reasonably priced, and that's what this is getting to. She's reasonably priced. And I tip her well because she's so reasonably priced, I think she should charge more.
Me too.
Okay, so we're agreed on that. We don't agree on how I get my hair cut, but so I tip her well.
You never tipped me.
It was supposed to be saving money. That all being said, thanks for the haircut, Chris. That all being said, this brings us to today's subject. Cost times quality equals value. Now, I want to explain cost. We're talking about the value, or how much you spend on something. And quality, if you replace quality with an identical part, you're not looking at quality, you're just shopping. So you're shopping for price. I get calls all the time because we sell to you guys on the internet, and we sell aftermarket parts. We sell OEM parts. Ingersoll, Quincy, Jenny, Saylor, Beall, and we have some aftermarkets available for all those also. I was out the other day and I changed this drain. This drain was on a brand new 10 horsepower Ingersoll. We sold it, and when you plugged it in, it just buzzed. It didn't open, it didn't leak, it didn't do anything except it sat there and buzzed. So I called Ingersoll and I said, we have a warranty problem, and they sent me a brand new one out. And in the meantime, I looked up the price on it. Friends, the very cheapest valve I found was $211. And that's the cheapest internet version of this valve that I found. And that's OEM. I wasn't looking for the aftermarket. I was looking for an OEM Ingersoll, and the cheapest is $211. Now, I want to show you another valve. This is a Kingston valve. And we sell a lot of these. I sell them for $93.93, and we have run a special. I think we shipped anywhere in lower 48 for a $100 bill. Quite frankly, for the next 2 weeks I'll do that anyway. Check the date that this goes up, and I'll tell you what, I'll just run that special to the end of July 24. So we'll ship this anywhere in the lower 48 for $100. This is identical. Now, here's the dirty little secret. Do you think Ingersoll set up a manufacturing line to build this valve? They didn't build this valve. They took and they bought a Kingston valve and they put that sticker on it. That sticker cost you a bare minimum of $120. Guys, the value here, this is shopping. You have the same product. The value here is not in that sticker. The value is knowing that this is an identical valve and that you can buy a Kingston valve without the IR sticker, get the very same thing Ingersoll is selling you for IR OEM, and it's $100 shipped to your door. We're comparing identical to identical here.
Identical.
So when I talk to you about cost times quality equals value, that's not this. These are identical. These are manufactured in the same plant, and they put a sticker on them. And what it makes me think of is the old generic aisle when you go down. I'm old enough to remember the black and white aisle in the supermarket. You remember when generic foods happened? Now all the stores have their own brands, and you've got Sam's Choice and whatever else brands are out there, and we buy a lot of those because they're cheaper and they're just as good. Cheaper, just as good. Brand name, $120 more minimum. So, that being said, this isn't cost times quality equals value. This is apples to apples, and it's shopping. Aftermarket is complicated, but we have a lot of aftermarket stuff that comes out of the same factory. I'm going to show you another one. Okay, that's defective. That's going back in the new box. This one's for sale. You know, if you call
For
them
$100 shipped anywhere in the lower 48.
That's right. You may get that one, and it was on screen. Here we have a connecting rod. Actually, we have the piston too. But we are actually waiting on parts for the 15T rebuild. And what's holding up our parts shipment now is the connecting rods. And we expect them in here any time now. But since we put up a new episode every 2 weeks, we're talking about parts today. Because I don't have parts. I usually have parts. You know what I mean. Anyway, this connecting rod is made in India by Ingersoll. And you know what comes out of the same factory? And I can't show it to you right now because I don't have it yet. What comes out of the same factory is the aftermarket connecting rod that's going in that 15T at a much lesser price to the customer. And I can't quote what the prices are because I didn't quote what this new connecting rod is. I didn't individually quote the aftermarket connecting rod. It's part of a kit. But I know it has the same quality, the same value. All we're doing is shopping on price. I did tell you what the overhaul kit price was. So I don't have the new one here to show you, but it's going to be the same quality because it came out of the same factory, the same machine shop, the same everything as Ingersoll uses to get their parts out of this factory in India. One more thing, and this is more egregious. I'm glad you stayed this far. This is more egregious than anything. There's a spring. And that spring, if you buy it from Ingersoll Rand. This is an OEM spring, the cheapest I found it on the internet, and I paid more for the replacement than this. But the cheapest I found this spring on the internet was $27.19. We needed 8 new springs. This spring looks pretty good, but quite frankly, we had so many broken and badly worn springs, we're just putting all new springs in it. Now, I didn't go with the aftermarket spring on this for one reason. We got to get this machine done and back to the customer. My price that I sell for it, not the $27.19 that's my cost, my price that I sell this spring for is $1. And because I trust the aftermarket warehouse I deal with, I am guessing it's coming out of the same warehouse Ingersoll's dealing with, or the same manufacturer Ingersoll's dealing with. $1, and I make a little bit of money on $1. So that just blows my mind. Now I do I do have the springs here. I'm not opening this up because there's $200 worth of $250 worth of springs in here, and I'm not going to open it up and lose the spring. These aren't opening until I'm putting the valve bodies together on that compressor.
Are you going to open them and make sure they're right?
When I am ready to put them together, because I am not opening this and losing a $28 spring because this package is open. I know where this package is. No, I'm not opening this package until it's time to put that valve plate together.
If it was me, I would cut it open and I would have tape there. I would make sure it is exactly the right spring, and then I would tape it shut again.
I trust Ingersoll that they know if Ingersoll is going to charge me $28, $29 a spring, I'm trusting that they sent me the right spring. I gave them the correct part number.
Trust but verify.
Yes, Reagan said that. It was a Russian proverb that he was using when he talked to Gorby there. But I will verify this when I open it up.
Okay, folks, so I don't know how long it's going to take till we can do this, because what if he has the wrong springs?
You'll find out when we're doing the 15T rebuild series. So,
he'll be moaning if they're wrong.
Guys, our next episode, we should be starting reassembly on that 15T. We should have parts any day now, and we will be filming here to be completely rebuild that machine. There's been a lot of requests for a T-Series Ingersoll. We finally got a good one to rebuild, and it needed everything. So, guys, here's a lesson in value. Here's a lesson in aftermarket. Here's revealing a dirty little secret, that a lot of aftermarket parts come out of the same factory from the same machine shops that the OEM parts come out of. And it's like that generic food aisle in the old grocery store. Guys, we sell all kinds of parts. Aftermarket, OEM, Ingersoll, Quincy, Jenny, emglo, Saylor, Beall, Curtis. We can take care of your needs anywhere you are in the country. We can take care of you. We just want to help you. We started this channel to educate you. We found out that a lot of you are spending way too much on your parts, and we can help, you know. What was that song? I got two strong arms, I can help. So, hope you learned something today. Chris, thanks for the haircut, good conversation, and not having friction with me. I appreciate you.
Friction?
Friction.
You think I'm friction?
You're friction.
Mm-hmm.
Give her a pair of clippers and she's friction.
I'd be trimming differently.
Yeah, you wanted to trim my eyebrows too. They keep the water out of my eyes. Folks, God bless you. Have a great day. Like and subscribe. You know, do all those YouTube things. God bless.